Hey there, Courtney. Thanks for opting into the video critique today. I just opened these up, so I'm going to glance over them really quickly. I like how cohesive they are. I see that you have a red or blue element in each of them, which is really good. This one, the red element, is pretty small. I wonder if there's any way you could make it a little bit more noticeable. Are these like Book of Mormon? Maybe like Book of Nephi icons? Book of Nephi. First Nephi. If so, those are really cool. I like that idea. Okay, I think I'm going to encourage you to make your strokes a little bit thicker. See how thin these 3 strokes are? And then your strokes here are pretty thin as well. Watch things like see how I can see this blue on the edge of the kind of gold. I would make it so you can't see this blue right here at all. Okay, see that? I would just have it be a nice clean line, one color right there to kind of simplify it. This one looks like it has dimension, which is really neat. This one looks like it has dimension. See if you can add some dimension to the tent. I feel like this is maybe missing a little bit of that because it's so straightforward. You kind of want them to feel similar when it comes to the amount of detail. So this one looks a little bit more detailed. This is more detailed. This one's a little bit too simple. Watch things like see how you have these double lines right here. Clean that up so you just have one line. Make sure your lines are straight, not kind of askance like this one and these two are. I wonder, maybe it might look better to not have any writing on this page. Maybe just have writing on this one for simplicity's sake. Play around with that, see if you like it. If not, I'm okay with it being on both sides, just brainstorming. And make sure your strokes are the same width. See how these strokes on this design are thinner, but over here they're thicker. You want them all to have the same width for at least most of the design of the shape. Okay, so this one is all thick. It feels like it's pretty cohesive, but then this one you have thick and thin. This one you have pretty much mostly thin. Maybe only this middle could be a thick stroke. Okay, so you want them to feel the same when it comes to things like that. I would lean toward making them probably more like this one, more thick strokes. And then I think I would play around with the idea of leaving some of it white, but maybe adding a shape around them to help them feel cohesive with possibly a color. I'm trying to think what would be a good direction to go because you have the blue and the red, so you want something, you want it to feel like it matches. And you don't want a shape that just has a stroke around the edges. You want it to actually be full. So here are some ideas I've been showing other students, like a circle. You could go orange or yellow perhaps, or green. I like the inside of your shapes being white though. I don't know if I would like it as much. I would probably lean toward keeping the inside of your shapes white and then play around with doing like a circle around your shapes and see if it makes them instantly feel more cohesive and kind of visually interesting, or if you still prefer them with no shape around them. Because the shape around them is instantly going to make them feel like a set, but I do like the simplicity of what you have started here. So let me see if there's a good example of like a simple... These ones aren't going to have a background because I said simple maybe. Trying to find a good example for what direction I would kind of want you to go. Icon sets. Let's just start out with this. Okay, so these are simple. They have a shape in the background that's consistent. A light gray might actually work in your case. Make sure it doesn't look weird with the gold. Or, sorry, I have something in mind. I'm trying to find it. Something like this, like all the circles could look good with maybe 2 different colors. Okay, so play around, brainstorm a little bit. Feel free to send me an email if you feel like you're wanting to make this choice but heading in the wrong direction, and I'll let you know. Um, I think they're off to a really strong start. I like them. They feel thematic. They feel like they're cohesive. We just want to do something to kind of take them to that next level and push the edge a little bit so they really pop when you look at them and you think, oh my gosh, I want to print these out right now and use them. They look amazing. So we need to just get that little extra something in them. Okay, but you're definitely heading in the right direction and they're looking good. Feel free to shoot me an email if you're still confused or you want a little bit more clarification with the direction I'm thinking for the background. Okay, but you also have the choice of not doing a background if you feel like it distracts from it. It's just a possible way you could go to take them to the next level. Okay, so you're off to a really good start. Keep on working on those fine details. Thanks.